guys, it's Deanna with Vintage Cottage Stitches here today to show my progress. Seems like I've been working a lot this week. I don't feel like I had a lot of cross stitching. So we didn't have a giveaway last time. This time I'm going to have a giveaway. This is FlossTube number 14. I did tape the framing tutorial, so that'll be coming as soon as I get time to edit it. And I also taped my basket tutorial. So let's get into it. Okay, so first we'll do my stitching. It's gonna fall. I lost the flosses. Okay. All right, so I last time showed you I need to make a half board. These are so long. This is one I've made. Lori Hope had a tutorial on her display boards. Okay, I told you last time that I was going to start this. This is the one my granddaughter picked to do. I think I need to stitch around this ghost. My husband hates this fabric. I think it's very fun for Halloween. So this is Lolly's Crows and Candy Corn. I'm kind of going with the colors that my granddaughter picked. And that's these. There are a lot of DMCs, so I'm going to tell you what I'm using. I am using hickory sticks, embers, DMC, the rest are DMC, 970, 948, there are the first ones, 721. She just went in the drawer, or in the book, and picked colors. 3716, 725, blank, and 553. So that's the colors I'm using. I kind of kept those colors out for my other one I told you I was going to start. This one's coming along. Like I said, I think I am going to put a gray around the ghost just so he'll stand out more. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, the next one is buried. I don't know where it went. Oh, duh. It's on the same fabric. I was like, I lost it. This is a part of the Which Will You Stitch from Chrissy and Anna, Java Girl Stitches. This is a pattern. It's Halloween Holiday Hoopla. And it is by Brenda Gervais. Let me see if I can get it. Let me take it out of the package. So I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this one yet. I didn't do the bottom of the broom because I want to figure out what I'm doing with it first. But other than that, it is complete. It was a fun stitch. It was a quick stitch. So you can see it closer. And I just picked colors from the other one that I'm doing and used them for this. It had almost all the colors I needed. So That's that one. So hopefully I'll have a FFO on that next week. Hopefully I can get myself in gear here. I feel like I haven't been having any finishes. Okay. So that was that one. Next up with this fabric, what I actually bought the fabric for is this. So I'm gonna put that together and kit it to start when it's snowy weather, maybe on a snow day. That'll be fun. So I'm gonna keep that together. Okay, I showed you last week that I finished this. I did a lot of painting this week. I didn't iron this one. I did a lot of painting this week, but I did not, I could not find the finishing piece for this. And until I went looking for a giveaway, I found it. I had put it with my patterns. So, hopefully that will be a finish next week. I'm not in a rush for it because I don't need it until Easter, but, and then someone asked me about this little flag ornament. It's backwards. Thread milk design. It was a free pattern on her site. So I'd like to finish that this week too. I was going to make a little scissor fob for the 250th birthday. So hopefully that will be 2 finishes next week. I do also have the twill tape to finish that. I looked everywhere. My husband was even helping me look, which actually happens all the time. I lose everything. Okay, so next up, I think I can just hold this one up. I am prepping for a retreat. So I am stitching some little frogs. That's what she looks like, all done. But I've got all the faces, and I just need to keep working on those. They're cute. So I worked on that this week. That was a pattern from Etsy. I'll post it in the show notes because I don't remember what it was. And I just pulled out some greens and some pinks in DMC. I am using, maybe these are the called for. They might be the called for. It's B5200. The gray is number 202. The first green is number 16. Then I have number 12, 310, 907, and 3806. So that's a work in progress. Okay, so this one is, I'm getting a lot of glare, I don't know why. Let's see if I have to take, oh, no, that's pretty good right there. It's the Rose Hill Farm Sampler. I haven't done the extra pieces yet. I might pull those back out and do them. Okay, and this was stitched with all called for colors. And this frame, I did a tutorial for framing also. It's a little long, but I recorded my whole time that I was lacing it. So you can fast forward through the lacing if you want to. But I wanted to include that if somebody has never done it before, just so they could have the opportunity to see the full video. But isn't this frame gorgeous with it? This was a frame that I got from Hobby Lobby. I think I paid $4 for it. One of the corners was cracked. And my husband said it was not the easiest frame to cut down because it's kind of plastic. But I just love it with this piece. So that's the back of it. the paper I bought was kind of thinner, but I'm gonna just live with it because I bought a big roll. Okay, I haven't done this yet, but I have them out. I like to put the library cards on them, on the back. It comes with 2 pieces of each, and it's a pack of 12. And it comes from Fat Quarter Shop. You can make all your notes on here. It's just like a library card. And they're called Library Card Label Pack by Lori Holt. Okay, so it's like this. And I 2-way taped it onto the back of the frame. And then I've got all my information for the project. Threads I've used, the fabric, everything. So I have not gotten to that yet, but I will. So that is a FFO. And then next, so I was saying, I think I paid $4 for the frame, and the paper was just cents because I bought a big roll of the paper. The upholstery thread, I bought a bigger thing of that, so that was just cents. And the foam board I got from Hobby Lobby, and it was, I want to say it was $4.99. So if I divide this all out, this really cost me nothing to do. With the foam, I framed 2 pieces, and with the foam board, I probably can frame at least 1, maybe 2 more with it. So it costs nothing to do it yourself. My husband still has to put the hooks on the back. He was out of town, so he's back now. All right, and then the other one that I finished is by Blackbird Designs, and that's Lydia Kohanigan. Okay, this is the first one for my sampler wall. So I bought this frame at a garage sale for $2. It was wood color. I painted it cream. I de-stressed it just a little bit. It's got different distressing marks. I put the back on it. This frame was kind of weird because it cuts in the back, and I used hot glue, and it just it's bubbled. So for the other one, I used Eileen's glue, and I flattened it, but it's my paper isn't thick enough. So I'm going to put the library card on here. It's just a dust cover, so I'm not going to worry about that it's not that good. I'm not going to take it apart and redo it. It's just going to be facing the wall. But, so I got 2 framed pieces. I just need a wall to hang them on. Okay, so next up, I have one more FFO. Okay, I have one more FFO. I'm going to put this up here again so you can see the cards. Nicole Sport had her video, I think it was on Sunday, and she went to a retreat and she made stickers. I thought that was a really cool idea, so I would like to maybe look into that, because then it's adhered, it's not going to go anywhere. So, but right now I use these, but I am going to look into the sticker option too. I think she designed her own. So I really liked that. Next up, the Have Ye Any Wool. Now I showed you this done last time, but I decided that I wanted to put Have Ye Any Wool on the bottom because it's going to be a knitting basket for me. And it's got wool here, and it's got the sheep, it's got the scissors. So I just added, with the darker color in his trousers, I added the Have Ye Any Wool to the bottom of it. And so I just did a tutorial for this today also, and As soon as I have time to edit it, that will be up. Okay, so this is the basket I showed you a little bit ago that I made it. My husband stained it for me. It's been sitting around here for a while with nothing, and I just decided I was going to buy a knitting basket, and I decided, well, why am I going to do that when I already have a basket? So I added things to it. I added the knitting needles to come out of her basket, and the knitting needles, I didn't bring that one in here. The knitting needles are in a pack of buttons I got from Bittersweet Quilt Shop in Pinconning, Michigan. I have a book of alphabets, so that's where I got the Have Ye Any Wool. I was looking at cross-stitched patterns because this is kind of back-stitched, but the cross-stitched patterns were too large, so I didn't find one that I liked that was smaller. So I liked this one. I think it looks good. And the 2 sheep buttons, those are washable bamboo buttons by Cottage. I'll show you the pack. It's at the bottom there, Cotrinkles.com. Okay, so that's a finish. When I finished it with buttons on the inside. So it turned out very nice. I love it. Now just to put some yarn in it. Okay, so I did some sewing this week. I do want to remind you that I put up a tutorial last week, I think it was, and it was a lining tutorial for the Longaberger baskets, the road trip basket. It's the small gathering basket, and I made liners, and I have a giveaway going on there, and the drawing is going to be next Thursday on my FlossTube. So one is in this print. This one, I think the word was spool, so you can go back to that video and you can see. And then this one is the other print that I made. So you can check out that video, but the drawing will be next week. Okay. And then I did some more sewing. Now I didn't make up a pattern for this one, and I don't know what this basket is called, but this is another basket that I found. It's got this lid. It's got a clip, and it's got the cup holder, which I put the sugar container from Hobby Lobby. That is $4.49 regular price. I got it on sale, half off. I dropped it, so mine's chippy, but I don't care. I love chippy. So this wasn't made by Longaberger, this lid. It was made by somebody else, and I don't know who that was, and I don't know what the name of this basket is either. I don't remember. I think it had a tag, but it didn't say like they usually do. Okay, so I made the liner for this one, and I didn't do the button section on it because it was smaller, and I just thought, no. So the button section of these looks like that, and it's both sides. These are the handle openings. So it was a smaller piece in between, and I would have had to use smaller buttons. So I just used ribbon because that gives it a look too. So I sewed that. And then when I was looking at the fabrics that I have, I have to find where I put it. Oh, right here. I decided that I really liked this fabric because if you remember, I painted a tomato on mine, on that section, and I thought that goes with it very well. I had the other sewing themed one, and I used red buttons on this. So I thought that was much better. And then I told you that I was looking, I had a box and I was looking for it. This is the box I was thinking of. And it's gonna stick now. If the lid pulls off like that. But I thought if it would fit, I could just put it underneath the lid and have an actual storage spot. So I was gonna have my husband look at it and see if we could, taking this all stuff off of here so we can, okay. So I was thinking if it would fit underneath that I could take the top off of it, which it just, I need 3 hands. Okay, it just slides right off. It's just grooved. But I was thinking if it would fit, that I could put it in there, which it doesn't fit. So I was thinking if I had him add on to it, because it's in the part of the liner that's the large section, that if I can have him just make a piece to fit this and I could just glue this to it, it'd be okay. So that's one option. Okay. And then while I was in my sewing room, I found that I have this box. This box was my grandfather's, so I haven't decided yet if I want to do that or not. Trying to see if it has a date. Chocolate Bonbons, R.M. Han Candy Company, New York. So it's a really nice box. It's nice on the inside, nice. So I have to decide if I want to use that, but that one actually does fit pretty much. I'd have to have my husband add to both sides of it, but it gives me a bigger area. This area on this one and the other one are the same size. So I could use one for this basket, and I could use the lid, which it wouldn't be as deep, for the other basket, because it's too big to put it through the hole where I could put the lid on it. That would have been nice. And then I could have just decorated the lid. So I'm working on that, thinking about it. Okay, so I made that liner, which matches one of the giveaway liners. And then I'm throwing my clips everywhere. I keep doing that. Okay, so that's that one. And then okay, I sewed my blocks for my cabin or cottage quilt that I'm working on. This month it was 2 window sections. So that's one. And this is the bigger one. I showed you one of the other months was the flower boxes. So those are my blocks for that. I think it starts, it might be today. I'm not sure. Today or tomorrow. Okay, and what else did I work on? I did a lot of painting. Let's see. This is going to be my next start for Which Witch Will You Stitch? Because I love witches for decorating. And it's Woodland Witch from Brenda Gervais. So that's going to be my next start. I'm going to try to start it today. I have to do some editing though, so. And I think I have all the called for colors. They're a mess, but I just collected and threw them in here. I should put them on a loop, a ring when I do that. Okay, but I haven't filled anything out. I haven't picked the fabric, so I have to still do that. So that is that. I made these to go in my Etsy shop. They're tomato pen cushions, and they're in a little baking pan from an Easy Bake Oven. I had 2 that I was possibly going to use for my baskets and I didn't wind up using them, so I made them into tomato pin cushions. So those will be listing soon. And then, okay, I showed you this piece that I bought. It's for utensils. Last week, I had bought it at a vintage market. Okay, so it had little labels. So I put thread on there, and it holds these very nicely. I distressed it a little bit, and I made a tomato to put on top of it. So I thought that's really cute, repurposing something. So I got that done. I showed you when I did this basket a while ago, and I put all the bling on it. It's got my initial D, a strawberry, and this little wool ball thing. I don't know what that's called. But then I found this at the garage sale that I found the frame, and it was this color. They're a little bit different from each other. This one's lighter, this one's softer, but close enough. So I painted that one. So now, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but it was cute. I like cute things. So now, I had bought the first one at a garage sale too, I believe. So now I have a set that stack together. So I thought that's cute. It can go on my shelf. Maybe buy a framed piece or something. So I finished that. I had a couple of oval frames. They don't match each other, but I like that. So I painted these and distressed them a little bit. I got that done. And I guess I'm down to purchases. So it's going to be a pretty short video today. Oh, I did paint this. Got to glue it back in there. I haven't done any cross stitch for it yet, but I showed you last week that I had purchased this. It was $3, and the bottom planter was green. So I've distressed it some, and the green comes out. And I was looking at the Lori Holt patterns, and I'm trying to decide what I want to put in here. I haven't decided that yet. So my daughter likes bees. Maybe I'll put some bees in it and give it to her. I'm not sure. So I'm still thinking about that, but it's all painted. It would have been nice if I could have done my bunny piece. And then I found in my stash, I don't remember when I purchased it, but from Paisley's and Polka Dots, I purchased apothecary stand. So I want to paint that, and I've got to figure out which piece they put in it. Okay, so this week I received my Color and Cotton. They had a special order. It's turned really cold here, but there's still people out. There's a jet ski out there. This one is 36 count Capri. It's called Pale because they had different colorways. It's really washing it out. It's a little bit darker than that, but it's a very pretty blue. I love Color and Cotton fabric. I need to go on a trip there so I can get some. Okay, so I purchased that. So you have to watch. They'll announce online when they do them. They had 4 different fabrics you could choose from. I just chose one because I didn't know what I was going to stitch on them. Okay, and then I put an order in with Brenda Gervais. I got Autumn in Baltimore. I got to quote Shakespeare. I got Frady Felix, too tall. Oh no, it's 10 inches tall. Okay. Nicole Spohr did this, and it was adorable. So I have to do that. I have to see what black fabric I have. I know I have some black Ada, but I don't think I have any other black fabric. I might order a dark gray or chalkboard. And then I think I showed you this one. I'm not sure. The Broomhilda. I want to do that for Which Will You Stitch. Nicole did that too. It was really cute. I haven't found the little broom yet. Well, I did find one, but they wanted $20 for it. I'm sorry. And then this one is Winter in Baltimore. So I don't know when I'll stitch those, but I love Furniture Faye, so I'd like to have all of her patterns. She's going to be at the retreat that I'm going to in October. Okay, so let me take a look around. I think that is all I have for the day. We're only at 33 minutes, so that's good. It'll give me more time for editing. So again, I will have the 2 tutorials coming up as soon as I can edit them. And the giveaway is next week for that. I do have a giveaway this week. The giveaway that I have this week is Autumn's Acorn Gatherings by Brenda Gervais. So if you're interested in winning this pattern, please say or use the word acorn. And again, you must be 18 and over. Please subscribe, and I will draw that next week. It's very cute. I haven't stitched this one yet. I need to stitch it. My husband loves squirrels. He had to stop feeding them though, because he was feeding the squirrels and the squirrels were feeding the ducks. And everybody who came up here who got in the water got swimmer's itch. So this year we have had no swimmer's itch. So he's kind of sad about that. But okay. So that is our giveaway. So I'm doing pretty good on upkeeping my calendar. This is the My Crazy Life calendar book. I did sign up for StitchCon. I think I told you that last week. But, all right, so I hope that you get a lot of stitchy time in the next week. I hope to. And I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye.